For the next part, you are adding and subtracting with decimals. When you add and subtract, you have to line up these decimals so that everything is adding and subtracting with the correct place value. We're going to start on the right. 6 plus 3 is 9. 7 plus 2 is 9. We bring our decimal place straight down. 3 plus 0 is 3. 8 plus 7 is 15. And woo, that's ugly, but 153.99 is your multiplying answer. Decimals is a little different. You don't have to necessarily line up the decimal places like you do in addition. You just line up your farthest right hand place value right here. You line that up. And you multiply it like you would a regular number. So we're going to multiply 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 5 is 5. Now I'm going to multiply the 2 to each thing, so I'm going to put a 0 here because it's in this place value. 2 times 8 is 16, carry the 1. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 would be 11. Now I'm going to add it. 8 plus 0 is 8. 5 plus 6 is 11, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, and then 1. Now, with multiplying decimals, you have to say, okay, how many decimal places did I have? I had one with the 8 and another one with the 1, so I have 2 decimal places. My answer has to have 2 decimal places. So here's 1, here's 2. I'm going to put my decimal right there. That's my answer. Okay, now I am dividing with the decimal place. So I'm going to take my little decimal place and I'm going to put it right above it. It's important that I line it up and keep it the same. And I'm going to divide it just like I would a regular number. So 6 goes into 6 one time. 1 times 6 is 6. I'm going to subtract, that's 0. Bring down the next place. 6 goes into 0 0 times. 0 times 6 is 0 minus 0. Bring down the next place. 6 goes into 6 one time. 1 times 6 is 6. Wait, whoops, that's minus. And then that's 0. And then that's my last place. So 10.1 is my answer. I know I have the correct place value because I put the decimal right above it. Okay. Now, we're going to work one that has a decimal on the outside of the divisor. This line right here is your divisor. Anytime you have a decimal on the outside of the divisor, you have to make that a whole number. So I have to move this decimal over to right here, but I have to remember that I moved it over 1, 2 places. Because however many places I move it over here, I also have to move it over here. So I moved it over 2. I'm going to move this one over 1, 2. I'm going to add a 0, and now this decimal goes right above here. It's no longer right here, and it's no longer right here because I had to make that a whole number. So now I'm going to say this is 2 now. 2 goes into 8 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. I'm going to bring this 4 down. 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. I'm going to bring this 0 down. 2 goes into 0 0 times. 0 times 2 is 0 minus 0. I have nothing else to bring down, so I'm done. And my answer is 420. And you can double check it in a calculator if you want, but it should be correct.